Real quick, guys, excellent video. We just dropped a lawsuit on these SOBs. We are suing them for multi-million dollars. Bleep the city of Aransas Pass and the corruption.
Ms. Scruggs, you can stay. I'm not going to be saying fuck a lot this time. I owe you some apologies. One, for the way I dress. As a professional, I've neglected to come to these meetings appropriately dressed, perhaps not looking like your definition of a professional. I've worn t-shirts, I've worn hoodies, when such royalty as yourself deserves Sunday best. After all, I think the mayor said it best when he said we should treat this place with the same decorum as we would a church. Unfortunately, I don't have the access to the city's credit card that the chief does. I can't buy a $1,200 suit. And I ignored the fact that you are to be worshipped in this temple of government, not held accountable. I apologize.
And speak right to everybody that's here, and you have the privilege to speak your mind for
Privilege.
3 minutes.
You work to me, boy. You need to remember that.
Number two, for the way I talk. I didn't realize that being way down here in southern Texas, it's entirely possible that word of the ratified 1791 Constitution that included the First Amendment might not have hit these parts yet, and that you're supposed to obey them. I meant to bring a copy for each of you, but my scribe ran out of parchment paper, molted flight feathers, a quill, and an inkwell. I apologize. I apologize for the company I keep. Chief Blanchard tried to warn me long ago during a meeting that he recorded and hasn't yet released that Mr. Followwell was a criminal.
Yeah, my name was in the newspaper in my hometown. But they ruined my reputation because I didn't bow down. Hell no. Now I'm mad as hell, singing fuck the po-po.
I should be careful with whom I associate. Apparently criminals aren't allowed to have attorneys or something like that. But we'll find out soon enough. I should have listened. I didn't take the time to see things from a tyrant's perspective. I apologize. But all that changes now. Chief Blanchard was right. Anyone can Google stuff. Anyone can quote case law.
Well, I get it. It's very clever. Thank you.
We just didn't have the facts. We've just been wrong all this time when we spoke to you about gun rights, when we spoke to you about free speech, when we spoke to you about warrantless searches and faulty warrants based on no probable cause. When we demanded equal treatment of the law, we were just wrong. When we tried to educate you on the meaning of rubbish. By the way, just look in a mirror. After all, Chief Blanchard has been a cop for 24 years now. You all have been tyrants your whole life. Who are we to ignore this experience? Maybe you are the ones that are right all along. Last time I was here, Chief Blanchard gave me some advice, and I'm finally going to obey. It's important to respect and obey our police chiefs. They know better than anyone in this room what is good for us. They're smarter alone on their worst days than all of us are collectively on our best days. Otherwise, surely you wouldn't keep this guy employed as your police chief, right? So I'm taking the advice he gave me when he threatened to arrest me last time I was here. For daring to read the words of the Supreme Court when he said, "Stop talking and just sue me." Okay, Chief, here we go.
3 minutes are up.
These are your lawsuits.
So somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Good job, CJ. Good job, CJ. Not you, Joe. We still love you.
Thank you.
Last meeting, there was an architect in here, and you voted to pay him $1.2 million or something like that for the police and fire department. Where did that money come from to pay him? Please don't play twiddle-dee twiddle-dum. Somebody tell me something. Mr. City Manager?
They're not allowed to
address
Why are we up
anything
there
that's
then?
not on the
If we can't
agenda.
get an answer.
City attorney sucks, guys. This is Ken Paxton, AG. This is section 551.007. Authorize a member of the public to address the government body about agenda items only. For this, the government body member may, but are not required to respond, meaning that they can respond. Anyway, if a member of the public making a section 551.007 addresses races that are not on the agenda, you got to refer to 551.042, require remaining a meeting. If a meeting by a government body or the public and they talk about something that's not on the agenda, it says in section 1, a statement of specific factual information may be given, meaning Ram Gomez can tell the truth to the public, or he can recite an existing government policy as in section 2. That attorney has no clue what he's talking about.
They're not, Mayor, Council, this is.
Okay, my comment is-
Listen
Citizens,
to the attorney.
this is citizens' comments. This is not citizens' discussion. You're not allowed to answer any questions for matters that are not on the agenda. You can listen to what they say. You can write down the questions. You may talk to them after the meeting, but not during the meeting. It would be a violation of the Open Meetings Act for you to comment. All right?
I'm not gonna put up with people that, disrupting what we're saying here. Okay? Let's keep that straight. Let's keep that straight.
Okay,
Mr.
let's.
hold on. One
I
more
hope
thing,
my
Mr.
3
Mayor.
minutes wasn't interrupted
Mr.
by your
Mayor.
conversation.
He still has 3 minutes. He has every right to speak. Nobody's saying he doesn't have a right to speak. He has a First Amendment right to speak. Now, there's certain things he can't say, like profanities and things like that, are not allowed. And Mayor, he's allowed to speak. Nobody's stopping him. What I'm telling you is I'm advising the council. I'm advising the
Okay,
council.
like I said, I'm not gonna put up with y'all disrupting the meeting.
You're not allowed to respond to him. These things are not on the agenda.
Manager, I sent you a message on January 28th, reference to your attitude toward me when I asked you for some information in reference to my inquiry that was brought up on January 16th to 24 council meeting. When I asked you for information, I did expect that you would treat a tax-paying citizen the way you treated me, exactly the way you treated me. Your rudeness is uncalled for, whether you like me or not. I do pay taxes here, unlike you, and I am do the answers that I ask in a professional manner. Should you find that being rude and unprofessional is within your reach, and being professional is beyond your reach, please assign my request to another person. Did you get that message? Yeah, I think so. You're getting out for the second time. It's a formal complaint on Mr. Edwards. If you can't hire a city manager that can be professional to people, you need to find somebody else that can. Council, I'm sorry to say, you people need to get your act together. You spent $1.2 million, and I want to know where you spent that money from. I hope somebody gets with me and gives me that information, stuff against me in my campaign. He's using a city-owned computer. He's doing it on his time.
Mr. Haskins,
and he's
your 3
doing it
minutes are
on. I was interrupted before.
I paused the timer.
Okay,
Okay,
but he's
your 3
doing it
minutes are up.
on.
Your 3 minutes are up. Your 3
He
minutes
did
are
it
up.
on a
Your
city-owned.
3 minutes are up.
It says please.
Your 3 minutes are up.
Shall or will, Randy, you can keep talking.
We're gonna follow the rule.
Patriots, this is the regular city council meeting agenda. If you go down to citizens' comments, citizen comments are intended for the matter that are not scheduled on the agenda, which Randy did. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. It does not say you shall or will. So it's asking you to please do that, which means you do not have to. And as you can see, he allows other people to talk more than 3 minutes. I'll even talk about it later, how he let Chief Blanchard talk in citizens' comments for 16 minutes. These are 14th Amendment right violations by Ram Gomez and the city attorney who should know better.
Just asking you if you will check into that for me. You were over him. What the fuck am I doing here?
Forgot to say right now.
Oh, right now.
Okay, sit down.
You were a terrible mayor. Terrible. No, I wasn't. Yes, you were. Jason Followell, your nemesis. How are y'all doing, guys? You might want to get you a new attorney because you have a First Amendment right too, and you're allowed to talk to people. That guy's full of shit. With that said, your minutes, Mr. Ram Gomez, you can get up here and talk for more than 3 minutes. You say please, not will. And if you would like to go back in time, I'll go back to time when this dumbass right here got up and he talked on 3:15:21. I am talking my 3 minutes. Please shut up. All right, 3:15:21. You let that man talk for 16 and a half minutes at this podium. He's not a citizen, but in citizens' comments, he got to talk for 16 and a half minutes about your dad, Jason. That guy right there got up and defamed your dad. No defamation, right? You let him do it. Anyway, it says please, so I'm going to continue talking after my 3 minutes, just like that man did, unless you would like to violate my 14th Amendment right, sir. With that said, you violated my First Amendment right today when I wanted to talk about an agenda item and you refused to let me. That could also pertain to a 14th Amendment right since you let other people get up here and talk. Get a new lawyer. Anyway, let's discuss Chief Blanchard's continual harassment and your continual harassment against the church in town. But you'll get up here and pray to God, won't you? You have your mommy come up here and pray to God. You go harass the church.
I just want to go home to my mama!
Anyway, this man right here uses HB 1925 to harass this church, saying they can't camp there. Made up a rule about 51% public place, yada, yada, yada. With that said, he tries saying that's a new law. It's not. It's been in effect for 3 years now. HB 1925, the definitions is what he's using for a public place to harass these people. What he doesn't tell them is the rest of the definitions explain that is a political subdivision, which is a separate legal entity of the state. That's private property, buddy. You don't own it, do you? You're not the manager of it? I didn't think so. Section 4805, prohibiting camping, provides that the person commits an offense if the person intentionally or knowingly camps in a public place without the effective consent of the officer. I always like to show my work, unlike Chief Pancake. This is HB 1925, and if you read right here, Section 805, prohibited camping, provides a person commits an offense if he intentionally or knowingly camps in a public place without the effective consent of the officer or the agency, because it's made for public property. Or agency. It's not designed for private property, you moron. Having the legal duty of the authority to manage the public place. Is the church owned by you guys? No, so leave them alone and quit harassing them. I hope she sues your ass too. Thus granting Pound Cake the authority to manage the property? No, you don't manage the property. All you are is a lying tyrant, and I call you out on it every single time. You play checkers, dude. Play chess. Or get a better team. Like, y'all suck, I beat y'all by myself. Every time. You got a new lawyer, and he keeps messing up. Like, y'all are a joke. I will continue to contest this council's blatant harassment against our citizens who aren't in your circle. And the hateful disrespect of all our constitutional rights from you people. You even target churches and the homeless. Pathetic. See you guys on YouTube. Oh, by the way, you've been served. Stone Cold Steve Austin's in the house, baby.
What I was gonna say, but these people ended out a lawsuit, and I know it's not the only one that's getting served. What I understand here, it's like 4 or 5 of them, and then you got this one. Because of stuff that maybe y'all are doing wrong. And if you're doing wrong, why? Why are you doing wrong? Why can't you get up there and do the job and do it the way you're supposed to? And Carrie, you say you're not doing nothing wrong. You don't take nothing. You don't do nothing. But people are. And if you're all that, why don't you stop them? If you're just that perfect little angel, why don't you stop them from doing something wrong? Why don't you call them out? Then you'll be a good council member. But how can you be seen that way if you know that stuff is probably going wrong here? And it's only, I'll say probably because I can't prove it. But if I keep doing this, like I plan on it, doing it, then it's gonna turn from probably to knowing, right? But if you're all that, do the right thing. Why are you getting all these lawsuits for? Why does it have to come this far? Mr. Mayor, you laughed at this man right here for asking questions of whatever he might have said that wasn't, after asking a question on $1.2 million. That's $1.2 million that if it's not, that should be, everything having to do with that should be serious. Serious. And, okay, regardless of how you come up here and approached it, you're the mayor of Aransas Pass, man. You know, I'm sure you get frustrated with everything that happens. The last time I was here, I'm sure you got some frustration from me, right? Because of what I said and did. But I was upset, and I'm still upset with that. But to laugh and try to downgrade somebody by laughing at them, that's so immature. And then you listen to somebody that I don't think really cares about Aransas Pass. He cares about his paycheck, right? You know, I care more about Aransas Pass than probably anybody that's done wrong here. Whoever's done wrong in here, I care more about you than Aransas Pass. Joe, I've known you for years at the church, and if you're doing anything that's against Aransas Pass, and your wife's been a face of the church over years, bro, and you're not doing the right thing.
Your 3 minutes are up, Mr. Davila.
Okay, I'm sorry, but one more thing, just 30 seconds. Mr. Chief, if I may.
So there's numerous lawsuits that are happening besides this one. And you can see here that on an executive session we did tonight over another lawsuit, and I don't even know what that one's about. Right? There's another one popping up. So these guys are getting sued left and right. Nobody's getting terminated. Nobody's getting written up, and nothing's changing. So they're just wasting our money.